Welcome back to Insights. I'm joined by Joanna Cooper. She's the owner of As You Wish and Blue Phoenix Books in downtown Alpena. Joanna, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So we're talking about the conversion of North 2nd Avenue from Chisholm Street to the bridge into two-way traffic. And as a business owner, we've talked to multiple business owners who are not happy with that decision. So tell me why you are against that.
Well, I have a couple different reasons. First of all, I think that the downtown, the way that it is, the street from Chisholm to Water, is pretty much the heart of downtown. When I purchased my building there about 2 years ago, I chose that location. I'm also involved in real estate. I sell real estate, and so I chose that building because I liked the location of it for the ambiance that it held. That being said, that's my thought as a business owner and a property owner. Also, the fact that it's very easy access for people because currently we have on-street parking on both sides of the street. And the plan that is proposed to be done is gets rid of half of the on-street parking on the west side of the street, which is crucial to our small businesses downtown. And then, like I said, the ambiance of it, the parking issue. There's residents downtown that live upstairs in apartments that utilize those spaces for, I have an apartment above my building when they have to bring laundry down or garbage or, so those are my reasons for, I would say, thinking that the way that it is what works. We built our downtown around a one-way street. We widened the sidewalks when they changed it to that. And really, in my opinion, the only way to make it right, if you were going to go back to two-way, is that you'd have to tear back the sidewalks, to rip out the trees, and make it so that you could still utilize parking on both sides and make the road wider. And I certainly wouldn't want to see that.
Right, and so when the city council, they approved this decision back in September, what was your initial reaction to that?
Well, I actually knew that decision was coming because I serve on the DDA board.
Right.
And we actually made the recommendation to City Council to make that change. It was something that the Economic Development Committee has been working on for a while, and they made the recommendation to City Council to do that. So I actually was at the first meeting when they tabled the decision, and I spoke as well as several other property and business owners did, because it was a decision that we thought came kind of quickly. There were a lot of businesses and property owners who felt that they didn't have an opportunity to really be heard about it, so we went before City Council and they tabled it, which I thought was a good decision at that point. But then 3 weeks later, it was put back on the agenda, and at that point, I went and spoke again, and then they made the decision to move forward with it.
And so would you say there's a distance between how the city's thinking and the business owners that actually operate on North 2nd?
You know, I would have to say yes at this moment. I am hoping and trying as a DDA board member to find a way that we can all work together on this. I actually tried to add to my agenda at my last board meeting to talk about it, to bring up a suggestion that I had, which was to make a recommendation again to council, since they've already made a decision on this, but to make a recommendation to them to kind of take a few steps back and perhaps, even if it wasn't necessary to hold a public hearing for this matter, to hold some type of a public meeting where property owners and business owners and even people from the community could all come and lay out a plan, show exactly what the plan's going to be, listen to people's concerns, try to answer their questions. Whatever the end result would be, I'm not sure, but give people that opportunity, because that seems to be what people are the most disgruntled about right now, is that they didn't really know what was going to happen, and at this point their concerns and their thoughts on it when they're the businesses that are down there, are not really being looked at.
And so when you tried to make this motion at the most recent DDA meeting, how was that met by the other people? It was turned down, right?
Well, I couldn't even get it on the agenda. Yeah. In order to add something late to the agenda, you are not able, it has to be a unanimous, and it was a 4-4 vote. So there were 4 on our board who agreed to add it to the agenda. I didn't even get to get out what I was even wanting to put on the agenda, because it was just, you have to make a motion to add something to the agenda. And you know, what I was hoping for in that was not necessarily that everyone would agree with me, but I have been, you know, I have had several business owners and property owners and customers come to me and say, please use your opportunity as a board member to voice our concerns and to take this back to your board.
So your goal was to basically open up for discussion,
Yes.
more, to get more people involved in the public and
Yes.
you know, more of the business owners involved in a decision.
Yes, and so that we could listen to what everybody had to say, because, I mean, really, in the end, it's our community, it's our downtown, and without the businesses down there, without the properties that we have down there, that's what makes our downtown, is all of that. And I was hoping for a coming together of the DDA, the city, community members, property owners, everybody to come together and talk about this and kind of just hash it out, get all of the concerns, get everything out on the table, and then see where it would go from there.
And so moving forward, the city already has, you know, plans to go through with this in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to do to maybe halt it or get other people involved before they truly make the decision to do it?
Well, at this point, like I said, I wasn't able to get anywhere. You know, unfortunately, the board was not willing to hear what I wanted to say. And so at this point, I will continue to reach out to council members, to city faculty and staff about the concerns. And I mean, it is my hope that we will somehow be able to come together on this and work it out.
And so what do you think the worst thing about this, I guess, as a business owner? You said, you know, will ruin the ambiance. The reason you own a business down there is because of the location, how it was. But what do you think the major impact it would have?
For me right now, the major impact isn't even, I mean, I think I think it will have a big impact on our businesses and people being able to come there. But right now, I think the biggest impact is the fact that there are a lot of businesses and property owners that feel that they're not being heard and that what they think doesn't matter. And so for me, as a member of this community and somebody who wants to see a coming together, that's, I think, that part is what is the most disappointing right now. You know, it's also going to cost a lot of money to do it. And I personally think there are other things that we can use that money on, could be spent more wisely. So, and like I said, the loss of parking is, I mean, we already have an issue downtown. That's, I mean, obviously one of the biggest factors is that we just can't afford to lose any more parking downtown.
All right, Joanna, thanks so much for being here. That's all we have for you, but stay tuned because after the break we have more insights coming.